Hello students, welcome back to PNMRC e-learning classes. Students, today we are going to start question number 6 of exercise 5.1. Question number 6 of exercise 5.1 is, in the given figure 1 and 2 are supplementary angles. This figure is given here in this question, and angle 1 and angle 2 both are supplementary angle. It means the measure of angle 1 and angle 2 are 180 degree. If angle 1 is decreased, if I decrease angle 1, then what change should take place in angle 2? And both the angles still remain supplementary or not, that also you have to tell. So students, let's solve question number 6 of exercise 5.1. First look at this figure in which angle 1 is given and angle 2 is given. Both angle 1 and angle 2 are supplementary angle that is given in the question. And in question it is asked that if I decrease the measure of angle 1, if I decrease angle 1, then what change should take place in angle 2? It will decrease or it will increase, that you have to tell. So, what is given in the question? Angle 1 and angle 2 are supplementary angles. It means measure of angle 1 plus measure of angle 2, that is equal to 180 degree. As you all know, supplementary angle means 180 degree. Now, if angle 1 decreases, if I decrease angle 1, then angle 2 must increase. Means if I decrease angle 1 like this, then angle 2 will increase by the same degree, so that their sum still remains 180 degree. Their sum of both the angles will remain same. If I decrease angle 1, then angle 2 will automatically increase by same degree, and sum of both the angles will remain same. Now student, let's solve question number 7 of exercise 5.1, and that is, can two angles be supplementary if both of them are, first one is acute, means if both angles are acute, then can they form a supplementary angle? If both the angles are obtuse, can they form a supplementary angle? And if both the angles are right angle, can they form supplementary or not? That you have to tell by giving the reason. So student, let's solve first part of question number 7, and that is, if both the angles are acute angle, can they form a supplementary angle or not? That we have to tell by giving the reason. See, if both the angles are acute angles, then the sum of their measures will be less than 180 degree. And for supplementary angles, their sum should be 180 degree. But if both the angles are acute angle, then their sum cannot be 180 degree. It will be less than 180 degree. Therefore, two acute angles cannot be supplementary. So, by giving reason, in this way you have to write the answer of first part of question number 7. Second part of question number 7 is, if both the angles are obtuse, then what will happen? If both the angles are obtuse angles, then the sum of their measure will be more than 180 degree. It should not be 180 degree, it will be more than 180 degree. Therefore, two obtuse angle cannot be supplementary. So, in this way, you have to give the reason of the answer question. The third one is, if both the angles are right angle, then what is going to happen? If both the angles are right angles, then sum of their measure is 180 degree, that is 90 plus 90. One angle is of 90 degree, another one is also of 90 degree, then 90 plus 90, that is equal to 180 degree. Therefore, two right angles can be supplementary. Now student, let's solve question number 8 of exercise 5.1. That is, an angle is greater than 45 degree. Is its complementary angle greater than 45 degree or equal to 45 degree or less than 45 degree? In question it is given that an angle is greater than 45 degree. Then its complementary angle should be less than 45 degree. Then only they can form 90 degree angle. So the answer to this question is the complementary angle of an angle which is greater than 45 degree. It means the complementary angle is greater than 45 degree. Then its another complementary angle should be less than 45 degree, because measure of complementary angle should be 90 degree. So in this way you have to write the answer of question number 8 by giving the reason. Now student, let's solve question number 9 of exercise 5.1, and that is in the adjoining figure. This one is adjoining figure. First one is angle 1. This one is angle 1. Is angle 1 adjacent to angle 2? This angle is adjacent to angle 2, that you have to tell by giving the reason. Second one is AOC, this one is AOC adjacent to AOE, AOE, both are adjacent to each other or not, that you have to tell by giving the reason. Third one is do angle COE, COE and EOD, EOD, COE and EOD are supplementary or not, that you have to tell. Fourth one is BOD, this one is BOD, this BOD and DOA, DOA, BOD and DOA are supplementary or not, that you have to tell. And fifth one is angle 1. This one is angle 1 vertically opposite to angle 4. This one is vertically opposite to angle 4, that you have to tell. And what is the vertically opposite angle of angle 5? This one is angle 5. What is vertically opposite of angle 5? This one is angle 5. Vertically opposite angle of angle 5 is this one, that you have to tell. Students, let's solve question number 9 of exercise 5.1. Look at this figure very carefully. Then only you will be able to solve the sums. You have to draw this figure with the help of pencil in your notebook. Now, first question is angle 1 is adjacent to angle 2? Is angle 1 adjacent to angle 2? This one is angle 1. This one is adjacent to angle 2, that you have to tell by giving the reason. So, answer is yes, angle 1 is adjacent to angle 2. Why? You have to give the reason. Reason is they have common vertex, that is O. They have common vertex, that is O. Angle 1 has and angle 2 both has common vertex, that is O. Common ray OC. Common ray OC. This one is common ray OC. Between them a common ray is there, that is OC. And non-common arms OA and OE are on either side of the common arm. And non-common arm is OA and OE on either side. On either side of common arm OC. So we can say that both the angles, angle 1 and angle 2, both are adjacent angles. Now second part is angle AOC adjacent to angle AOE or not? That you have to tell. Students, keep that textbook in front of you so that you can see where is OAC and OAE. See, this one is AOC and AOE. AOE. Again, AOC and AOE. You have to tell both of them are adjacent or not. Answer to this question is AOC is not adjacent to AOE by giving reason, and reason is that their interior have common points. The interior of AOC is also the interior of AOE. It means interior points of AOC and AOE both are same. So they cannot be adjacent angles. Now third part is, do angle COE and angle EOD form a linear pair? Look at this figure again. COE, this one, COE, and EOD, both are linear pairs or not? That you have to tell by giving the reason. Yes, both of them are linear pair. Why? Because they have one common arm, that is OE. Their measure is 180 degree and another arm is opposite to each other. So we can say that both of them are linear pairs. In this way you have to write the answer of third part. Yes, angle COE and angle EOD form a linear pair. And reason is OC and OD are opposite rays. That's why they are forming a linear pair. Now fourth part is, are angle BOD and angle DOA supplementary? Again look at this figure, angle BOD, this one, and angle DOA, this one. Both are supplementary or not, that you have to tell. BOD and DOA, they are supplementary or not? Students, in this way you have to write the answer of question number 4. Are BOD and DOA supplementary? Answer is yes. Angle BOD and angle DOA are supplementary angles, and reason for that is they form a linear pair, because linear pair, measure of linear pairs, that is equal to 180 degree. So they are supplementary. Now let's solve fifth part of question number 9. Fifth part is angle 1 vertically opposite angle to angle 4? Again look at this figure. Angle 1 is here and angle 4 is here. Both of them are vertically opposite angles or not, that you have to tell. Yes, both of them are vertically opposite angles. I will explain you by giving reason. Answer is yes. Angle 1 is vertically opposite angle to angle 4. Reason is, line AB and line CD intersect each other at point O, and angle 1 and angle 4 forms one pair of vertically opposite angles. Now student, part number 6 of question number 9, that you have to solve it yourself by giving reason. So student, this is the end of today's video. We will meet again with the rest of the questions of exercise 5.1. Up till then, goodbye.